we enter the game of duality, black and white. We win or we lose. We simply do the same things every day. We look up and we look down. We get in and we get off. We switch on and we switch off. We enter and we exit. We say hello and goodbye.
We all have a story to tell. Just call me by the name Joomla. My story is not so much about love story, but about getting lost. Yeah, getting lost in this city. Do you want to listen to my story? My first encounter of Malaysia was Calvina. I was wondering what would she look like. Tuan actually and Kung from Cambodia and Burma thought she's a man.
These are the images that came to my mind.
I finally met a bubbly lady. I was not disappointed.
My first exciting experience is actually getting to know this animal, where I learned to use Final Cut Pro. The first Malay word I learned is actually everybody's favorite. Being vegetarian, I discovered my favorite food stalls. The other advantage while in KL is the unlimited wireless connection.
While waiting at KL Central, I discovered one more thing. Malaysians seem to have misspelled a lot of words in English. I'll show you some of them. This country is known for the longest, tallest, and the biggest. Malaysia is quite a very interesting place. Do you want to know what's the biggest, the tallest, and the longest in this country? Here goes my trivia. What's the longest that is popularly known as Crystal Quartz Mountain? Trivia number 2. What's the tallest in Malaysia, which happens to have a twin? Trivia number 3. What's the biggest in Malaysia, where you can have Angelina Jolie up close and personal?
So, do you have answers to the trivia? Here are some clues. Take a look. So, like the other usual tourists, we had Kodak moments.
During my first weekend, we climbed the longest crystal mountain ridge, which is Climb Gates. And of course, our tour guide is an avid snapper, Sam. Sam captures everything in detail and keeps it inside his trendy toy.
The other striking thing I noticed is actually the trendy hairstyles of the young Malaysians. Here you go, the punk rock generation.
All of a sudden, I met the guardian of truth.
I just have to put my hands on its mouth, and after 53 counts, this is what I got. I think the machine was out of order because it overrated my sex life. I should have listened to my omens earlier. My luck that day wasn't so strong. Fate ruled the game of the dice. That day, the most important part of the story started here.
Then, I got a very special stamp on my passport.
It looks like the Web 2 language.
You know, know this feeling when you're on a roller coaster and you suddenly drop into the abyss? This kind of feeling. Being in a limbo between two countries. Something, a story to tell.
At the border, I ended up having lunch with a Buddhist monk. I realized the old saying is true. Money talks, bullshit walks. Singapura welcomes us with a long bus ride. Then the sight of Esplanade reminded me of the durians in Davao. We took many special transportations, not as usual tourists, while getting lost in the city. We walked many miles and went to different kinds of tunnels and sidewalks. The Keluar signs were fully automatic, so my hands have no use for Singapore doors. The sleepless bus ride on the way back to Malaysia gave me hallucinations. Back in Malaysia, meet my mentors.
We met Sam and Jerry. Our lives changed. We never laughed so much in one day. I think good enough supply for a year. I'll introduce you to my two good friends who actually helped me get lost in the city.
Dila is a lady who has so much love for her husband and who loves balloons. One day her dream came true when she sat under the gargantuan love symbol and found the biggest balloon in Singapore. She also has many talents.
She can spread Malay-speaking virus into your computer. So we have to consult PC Dr. Tan of the tech team. Second, she can make an egg blow up inside the microwave oven.
With her engineering background, she can also fix a shower switch.
Though we are so different, we have one thing in common. We bought the same pair of sandals in KL Central.
Danang, on the other hand, have magic abilities. He can light up a tree during the night. He can make a coin come out of the machine by returning his ticket. He can reflect morphed faces inside the crystal ball. He can turn himself into a shadow man. He can also climb rocky mountains. He also plays around with dinosaurs one weekend. Then he can stand for hours without moving like a mannequin.
Danang! Danang, give me some! I want to have some though! Danang is actually a funny guy. He has long hair because he said he's a trendsetter from Indonesia. We were always a threesome. We would go everywhere, anywhere together. But it can be dangerous for being alone.
Just like eating this nut, which I thought was macadamia, so I gobbled it like chocolates. And later I got food poisoning. Good thing about this experience is friendship. And in friendship, hellos and goodbyes are easy.